The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Araujo, Ronaldinho, and Baggio, Vieira, and it's Vieira, and this is Del Piero, and he shoots! That's going wide left, and the counter is on. Now it's Van Basten, spread out to the left. Bullet gets flagged offside. Rijkaard. The most accurate pass. Shifted it to the flank. Ah, he'd have done well to reach that. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Vieira. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Vieira makes the interception. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now it's Del Piero. Strokes it back. Gilberto Silva. Lille are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's Bellingham. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Gives it back.
Cameroon really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to...
Great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Roberto Baggio clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Basten. And here's Rooney. And this is Hullet. Closing in on goal. Vieira. Now Ronaldinho. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Hullet. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos chasing after it. Ronaldinho is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, that's nice. Vieira. And it's Thuram. Now Roberto Baggio. Oh, such a clever touch. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Baggio stood his ground strongly. This looks promising. Beckenbauer. And it's Vieira. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Rooney. Van Basten. And it's Bellingham. Vieira. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Vieira. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Bullet could move up a gear here. Van Basten. Can he get it through? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Opts for safety. Roberto Baggio. 5 minutes till the break. Bellingham! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short, and this is Ronaldinho. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Thinks about the shot. No way through, so back it comes. It's Baggio! Rummenigge, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Roberto Baggio. And it's Vieira. Vieira. And the referee has blown for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Lille really are...
Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Cameroon have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Space for him to turn and look. And this is Roberto Baggio, and the shot! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
No, that's been intercepted. Araujo is a perfect combination of brain and brawn.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And it's Baggio. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's destined for the flank. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Nice control. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome, too much traffic.
He's had a shot! In he goes again!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. Lille perhaps contemplating their next change here. Time and again they are repelled. Roberto Baggio, given the lift of his goal.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Vieira. And it's Bellingham. Played backwards here.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
It's a promising position. Pull it. Decent chance! Oh, good finish. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Changement en cours.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Vieira. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. He is just shot a goal! And it's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Bale clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram. And here's Van Basten. Oh, that tries a shot! In with the challenge. And pull it! Another one of football's and how moments. Schneider. Here's Chouameni. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Spread it left. Schneider. Very nicely done.
Temps additionnel.
Well, the
3
defence
minutes.
just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played out to the left flank. Nice interception, well timed. Keep the ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Lille perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and a... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Vieira. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Figo. Rummenigge! And that has fair fizzed.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Leicester getting this one clear. Figo wants to run onto this.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That has been cut short. Gilberto Silva. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Rummenigge. And here's Rooney. Tries to play it through. Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Fermin did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Lopez. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Messi. And this is Shevchenko. Gilberto Silva. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Rooney. Rooney going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Hullet. And this is Van Basten. Rooney. That's really well cleared. And they're back on the ball again. Rafael Varane. Where it came from, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Van Basten. And here's Hullet. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira. Gilberto Silva. He's looking wide. Now it's Rooney. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Lopez. Now it's Shevchenko.
Newcastle definitely like their pressing from the front.
That's relentless. Chance for a shot! Vigo, who can single-handedly make a difference. And here's Lopez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
Lille are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Newcastle have it back and can go again. Now it's Lopez. That's a sharp pass. Could move up a gear here. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for
And now,
a
I'd
more
just
open
like to
second
read
half.
out our fan club members who are celebrating
Generally
their
speaking, an
birthdays
entertaining
today.
half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Shevchenko.
So off we go again.
Number 16,
Lille
Karen.
are probably feeling
on the field,
relatively good about
number
themselves, so I don't
27,
think the manager has seen
number
anything
7,
to change in his half-time team talk.
Substitution in progress.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nesta. Lille different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
He's got away. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is. Oh, what a strange, strange goal. I always thought he'd have an influence on the game, but not in that manner.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Lille have their third corner. Tries to get it clear. So their fourth corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Rooney, decent chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rooney clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the counter is on. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. And it's Beckham. Just about up to the hour now. Bullet needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And he's there to belt it away. Your impression so far, Jim?
Lille are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Now he's off and running. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. Van Basten, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Lille still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Beckham, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rooney plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's heaved it away. Rooney. Van Basten. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Hullet. And it's Van Basten. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's been shifted off it. And now they can clear their lines.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Van Basten. Played out wide. Rooney. And this is Rooney. And he was alert to it. They're up to 5 corners now.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field is number 5.
And he can thump it away. Rudiger. Vieira. Lille now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rooney. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rudiger. Ferdinand.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Plays the return pass. Vieira.
Newcastle nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. This is the time you need that pace.
Haaland. Haaland. And here's Beckham.
3 minutes added time.
Araujo does really well to win the ball there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And this is Rooney. Vieira. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Vieira makes the interception. Gilberto Silva. But that signals the very end. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
If you have a chance today, please take some time
Well,
out
after
to
all
give
of
your
that, Jim,
support to our
what are you
better
thinking?
stadium
I
fund.
thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. Patrick Vieira, of course, a three-time winner of the English top flight and captain of the famous Invincibles. To stare him in the eye required real courage of any opponent, Jim.
Yeah, the core and command centre of one of English football's greatest ever teams, Peter. Those boys know what they're in for, a battle for their lives.
And it's Azar. Figo. Gullit is herring after that one. This looks promising. Oh, that's... Can he finish? Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Cafu plays... Oh, good climb! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Gullit gets it away. Beckenbauer. Van Dijk. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Best... It's rising! Off the post! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Gullit. Great vision. Nedved. That's the keeper's ball. Lille do have a chance to counter here. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Beckenbauer.
Napoli always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Gullit! And a neat finish! They are purring, truly purring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Best. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Gilberto Silva. He's in a great position here. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That's an excellent interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Best picks it up out wide. He's in a good position here. And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Nedved has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Oh, good effort! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
Gilberto Silva tries to pass it through. Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Nicely shaped ball, and it shoots! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Rummenigge. Lille looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And it's Van Basten. That has been slung wide. Cross. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. This is a promising build-up. Pullet. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And here's Van Basten. And here's Rooney. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's worked it through. Vieira. Rudiger.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Roberto Carlos. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pullet. And the finish! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. This then to draw level. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! And he's following up! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Lille are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. The second half is up and running. Lille different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And here's Rooney. And here's Mbappe. Schneider. Cafu. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Napoli clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Pullet is onto it in a flash. It's Figo. Pullet. And the shot's on here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Pullet. He's found shapes to shoot. Well, that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 3 coming up. Terrific effort! harmlessly behind. Figo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lille still have the cards to affect this game. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He is through here.
Napoli really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible. He's in one-on-one. Decent chance! All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Lille have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Changement en cours.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
No foul, says the referee. Rooney can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Van Basten. And he's quick to it. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And now he has 2. Lille palpably stronger, better, superior.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. Spread to the right.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He has... Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper threw out a limb.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
It's their second corner of the game. And that is expertly dealt with. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gilberto Silva. Stood up well to him there. Looking to play him in. And this is Hazard. He's had a shot! And that's a sharp finish. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, the ball was there to be hit, Peter, but wow, even so, that's never easy. Everything has to be perfect for that to come off.
So could they be onto something here? Rooney has it out wide and in space. He's got away, tries to cross. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Not the best distribution from the keeper. He's picked his way through. Picked out, and Messi! This time surely! And that's a tidy finish. Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here. Chance for a shot! It is close, but that is the last of it. Lille proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
There's no shortage of great fullbacks in the game today, but Robertson really is among the very best. Some true legends of the game.
Oh, great leap! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Shot a goal! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and here's Hullet. And he was alert to it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Platini has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Zanetti. Platini. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Knocks it into space. It's come to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Los Angeles clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he get on the end of this? Pull it, and the shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's quick to get rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Adriano. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Goes for a shot!
Oh, that is rather wayward. I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Van Basten. Rummenigge looking to receive it in space. Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and... He's having a shot!
Goal! Nil!
They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Lille have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on?
He's having a hit! It's off target and by quite a way.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
And it's Rooney. Van Basten. Space for him to turn and look. Decent chance! And that has fair fizzed. Lille have their second corner now. And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lille heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rummenigge tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? Now he's off and running. Well timed, excellent interception. No, that was never going to make it.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Figo, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. And it's Ibrahimovic. And that pass just didn't quite work. Vieira. And that is the end of the first half.
Lille are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Taking place.
Lille claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Robertson. Lille different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Rijkaard knocks it out wide. Aimed beyond the defence. Platini. Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Vieira. And he's been shifted off it. Figo. Rooney. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Gullit. And it's Ribéry. Platini engages and forces him off the ball. Araujo. Platini! Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Gullit. Adriano. And it's Ribéry. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Adriano really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
He can run onto that. Adriano receives it in a good position here. And it's Zanetti. Looking for the far post. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. Now it's Gullit. And this is Van Basten. Not the most accurate pass. Lille still have the cards to affect this game. Great vision. This might spell... Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Lille are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Platini.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number
So
22,
now the difference is
Ribéry.
3.
Number 9,
Looking for the run. Oh, that's
coming on the
fabulous.
field, number 15, Hazard.
Robertson
Number
is
21,
very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Number 19, Nedved.
And here's Shevchenko.
Number 18, Shevchenko.
He is through here. Cross from Robertson. Zanetti. He leaps for it. And yes, it's there! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, really well played.
He's in a great position here. Hazard. It's Lampard. Shevchenko. Robertson. And it's Nedved. Hazard. Araujo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played through into space. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Van Basten is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's got away. Hazard with the delivery. Hazard not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Hazard. Now it's Shevchenko. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Threads one in. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zanetti kept aware. Tries a shot!
Added time.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that has sent him sprawling. And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now.
In modern football, the role of the defensive midfielder has become hugely important.
Talking of which, Claude Makelele. Nedved!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Hullet. Figo. Nedved. Makelele. And here's Van Basten. Great ball, and he's charged, surely!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira. And here's Hullet. That's been cut out, well played. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. So what can they make of this? Nedved. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Let's a look and place it forward. Now it's Van Basten. First quarter of an hour gone. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Mbappe. That's travelling a long way. That's a good ball out wide.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He is through here. And Hullet! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lovely, now then. Van Basten! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, that's clever. And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Ribéry. Cross goes in there. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, good climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Rooney. And this is Van Basten. Looking for the run. And he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Lille clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rooney. And he's there to clear it. Half an hour played now. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rooney. Rooney! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Nil! The first significant strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Lille have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
It's a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Lille can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Makaleli. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Hullet. He's in a great position here. Shot could be on. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Van Basten. And he cuts out the supply. Makaleli. And here's Hullet. Rummenigge looking for a runner. He can run onto that. Thuram. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Lille just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Lille can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Lille leading courtesy of the game's only goal. He'll try from distance! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Pull it. Always onto this. It's net! In he goes again. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. And that's played in low. He won't be happy with that one. There's the shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning...
Tries a shot! And he's done it! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Lille with the lead. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Figo. Great vision. Oh, nicely intercepted. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Messi finds himself offside. Now it's Hullet. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. Lille still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Van Basten. And this is Hullet. Hullet plays it in. He's having a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Lille certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Thiago looking for options for movement. He's having a pop! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. Figo, who is rarely short on confidence.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he get onto this? Balls over the line, and it is a corner.
Changement.
Corner number 2 then. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely shaped ball. That's good vision. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's ended up in no man's land.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Vieira. And it's Figo. He's a sharp little ball here. An instinctive delivery. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. Mohamed Salah. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Figo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Figo. Ball swung in. Araujo is there and he can get real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen. Lille nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And this is Zola. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! Again, a brilliant save. So, third corner of the game. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides.